Jesus and Politics Part 2. How do Christians win in politics? We win like Jesus did. Jesus's politics were so backwards, so upside down, nobody got it. Nobody understood what he was doing. Everyone thought he was fighting their battle for their nation, Israel, right? And then if we skip to the end of the story, the soldiers came that night in all their battle gear, and Jesus says, what, do you think I'm leading a rebellion? And I think Peter's thinking like, yes, finally we get to fight, you know, and Peter gets a sword and he's fighting with his sword, and Jesus says, lay down your swords. And he heals the guy with the severed ear. And then, in his very last words, he announced the end of the only war that he came to fight. Remember, he said, it's finished. And it was finished. The battle against sin, the war against death, against separation from God, it was over. And everything that his followers hoped for, everything they planned on for their whole lives, actually, political power, religious power, and then personal power, you know, to be ruling next to Jesus, all of that died with him. And it needed to. There's only one battle going on that matters. There's only one. We're not fighting for the soul of our nation. Jesus didn't die for a nation. He died for people. We fight for the souls of people. And we fight by waging peace. And our weapon is love. How powerful is our weapon? My father used to make fun of me for being a Christian. I ran from him and his neglect and abuse for 30 years. In the last 2 years of his life, Jesus called me back to him, to forgive him, and to fly from Alaska down to Florida just to love him and just to show him mercy and to share the good news of Jesus with him. Jesus turned my hatred and my apathy into love. That's the power of the gospel. That's the power of peacemaking. And you know, when we serve the one and only King, some are going to hate us for this, and that's okay. But if we're going to be hated, let's be hated for our love, not for our anger, not for our politics. We win by losing, like Jesus. We bring life by dying. And whatever the outcome, win or lose, we're at peace. And we don't need government power. We already have all the power we need.